Yo, what's up guys, it's Zayo here, and we finally did it, first place back on that branded, I've been on that branded hype train, I try to look at my girl Cartesia, I wish I was Jewish Worm, y'all saw the post, and this is what I'm playing, this is who I am now. Let's get into the deck, and it may look a little weird, you see a Link monster in a branded deck, alright, that's not normal, that's not normal at all. Alright, let's start. Cartesia, my favorite monster in the whole deck, obviously. My third one didn't come in, but honestly, 2 or 3 is like fine. But this is probably the best card when you're getting hand traps because you can just do it every turn. So even if you get hand trapped on your turn, you can still do it again on your opponent's turn. And that add back always comes up. And then probably the strongest card in the branded lineup is Quem. So this card went up because of Bistio Runic, but branded does it amazing because you always have plays with Albaz. You send Albaz, you can actually use the Albaz from grave, and it just fills up your graveyard with lights or darks, whichever one you need to send. So you have to play 3, unfortunately, and it's expensive, but it's a Dogmatica and a Despia monster. And then our boy Albaz is back.
Are those ultis, bro?
Yeah, ultis, bro. I only have 1/4 century, so I guess I could have mismatched rarities, But this card is actually not too bad to draw because with the Cartesia fuse, you can play around Ash. So we've evolved from 2 Albaz. Now we gotta play 3. And then some 1-ofs. I'm only playing 1 Aluber, 1 Tragedy. So these are kind of like backup plans. If my Quem doesn't really go through, I still have a branded opening target with the Aluber. And Tragedy can also help chain block for Lubellion if I branded fusion. And a bunch more 1-ofs. Albion, this is pretty obvious, you always have to send cards. Mercurier is better now because of Quem, and we play a bunch of Bystials, so you get a lot of ads off this Mercurier. And just the negate is pretty useful. And then the one Springen's kit, because there'll be a lot of times where you start running out of gas, but then the kit is the last thing you need to add another branded spell trap. And now, the other big dog, Lubellion. Okay, so Lubellion is broken. Let's be real here. Lubellion is what makes this deck work.
It's not the heart and soul, though. That's Quem.
Yeah, but this is getting regained and lost if you want to go that route. But this card is just so good. And then the Bistio lineup, our 1-ofs here are these bad boys. So obviously Baldrake isn't good in every matchup. That's the easy side out. And then maybe a Druis or a Magnema, but for the most part, I do actually want to draw these Bistios. But obviously Lubellion is better. But they're all good in their own circumstances. And then double Saronir. So that was debating going for 3 on Saronir, but I wanted to emphasize more hand traps and a little bit less Bystials. So I opted for 2 Saronir. It is usually the best one to add off Lubellion. So, I usually want to draw Lubellion anyways. And then the 1 Bistio Luber, because he's randomly a Bistio name and a Fallen of Albaz name, and a level 4 tuner. So he kind of just fulfills everything you need. But he's really bad to draw a lot of the times, but you do need him in the deck. Consistency card, Gold Sark. Obviously, we send Mercurier and Tragedy off of that. Triple branded opening. We can actually summon not just Aluber, so summoning Quem off of this is also really good. Setting up plays during your opponent's turn without the branded fusion. Another consistency card, the Foolish Burial. And then this card, Brandon and White, is probably what makes this build work in any way because it lets you play around Ash because a lot of people hold Ash for the branded fusion, but if you never add branded fusion, then they have nothing else to Ash. So I mean, it just fuses from grave if you have Fallen of Albaz, and then branded regain. We love branded regain. We love Bistios. I wish I was Jewish Worm. You know what I'm saying?
Just 1?
Yeah, just 1. Just 1 in this version because we play Lost and we play Branded Beast. So there's already way too many cards to. There's already way too many bricks I don't want to draw. So
okay.
we gotta take our choices. And then another 1-of branded in red. Still mandatory because it helps you get out of a lot of bad situations where you get hand trapped. And of course the branded Lost, really good still. Although not all the time I would go for branded Lost. Branded regain is sometimes objectively better because just the recursion you get off that. And sometimes branded Lost is only really good if you're actually fusion summoning, which doesn't always happen in this version. And then triple Branded High Spirits. This is also one of the best cards probably because this loads up your grave with lights and darks. And if you have a Bystial in hand with Branded High Spirits, you can send Albion or like Titaniclad, whatever monster you need. So this is what the biggest part also of what makes the Synchro version work. And now this may be a little controversial, all right? Just a little bit.
Just
all right,
one?
just one brand of fusion, okay? Because I'm not trying to add brand of fusion. I'm not trying to use brand of fusion. I'm trying to synchro and then use other cards to fusion. But when things go bad, you do need the one brand of fusion because like you're like, oh, this hand sucks. You Hail Mary, brand of fusion, and then if it works, you sometimes just win off that. So you definitely still have to play this at one, but it's not the main objective. It's the backup plan. You have a million ways to add brand of fusion, and for the follow up, it's amazing because like if you survive turn one and then you have this in the follow up, you kind of just win the game. And then some of the last few branded traps here. Retribution, obviously you need to play this because it adds stuff from grave, and then Branded Beast. This one's debatable whether to play or not. I don't think it came up for me much, so this one honestly could be cut for something else. Maybe even another Branded Fusion, but but yeah, I just love Branded Beast, but I didn't really get the chance to set it up because by the time I already killed, so I don't know. And then hand traps, clean it all up. Ashes, because it's just the best one. Nibiru's because we're scared of combo decks, and it's also a light, which comes up a lot actually. When you hard draw a bunch of these and then you have Cartesia, you can actually still use it. So that's pretty good. And then the Imperm, because it's the best hand trap when there's a lot of talents and thrusts going on. So yeah.
Dude is rich.
Oh, no. I don't remember the deck count. I think it's like 45. Don't fact check me, all right? All right, for the extra deck, all right. Our one and only Link Monster SP, weakest card in the deck. No, just kidding. The strongest taunt minion I've ever seen in my life. Yo, this is just crazy. I don't know. I don't think anyone needs to explain that one. We're playing double Mirror Jade. This one honestly could be cut down to one because I only ever used one. Double Albion for obvious reasons where you'll use one to fuse and use one in the graveyard. And then the one Lubellion, one Rinbum. The graveyard effect is kind of crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I did use this card to fuse by normal selling my Albaz, and those Fire King players, they forgot. They forgot they're full of Beast Warriors, Wing Bees. I'm like, yeah, I can use that. So that did come up, which is pretty funny for the materials. This card, yo, I'm not playing Gimmick Puppet, all right? So this is a fair card, okay? Prevents me from getting even lead, okay? But it's just a really good fusion target anyways, and just really strong because it can't be targeted. Then Titaniclad, made better because Quem is the Dogmatica, so you can actually use that special summon. Guardian Chimera, so a lot of branded Synchro players aren't playing Guardian Chimera because the Guardian Chimera doesn't really come up too often, but it makes the branded in red that you set like in awkward game states like way stronger because now you actually have a good target. If most of those other players are playing Borreload Furious Dragon, which requires 2 Dark Dragons, but this one is like way more generic. So a lot of times you just have Quem engraved, so that's why it's better. And then Mismatch Rarity, Granganals. Really good card because, like I've been saying, Quem is crazy. This card can summon Quem. You can also summon the Synchro Despia monster from the extra deck. But you always want to play 2 because Cartesia kind of dodging effects is really important, and you can't always do that if you're only playing 1. Broken Synchros, Vista Dissipator, our boy. We love this card. Baron, I actually don't think I made this once today, but typically you would make this card. So just another good 10. And then the Lulu while Lilith, I did summon this a few times. I don't think it really changed the game much because Quem sometimes is just like the better for a follow-up. All right, now side deck, pretty simple stuff. I don't think anyone can really dispute this one. Droll, like who?
Commons.
Of course, I can't afford higher rarity, bro. What are you talking about?
Bro.
And then some spell trap removal. I opted for Lightning Storm and Duster, kind of just because it hits. In weird game states where I think it's awkward to get cards off the board for evenly match, I think this is like a little bit better. So that's like my main reasoning for it. And then for the other spell trap removals, triple Cosmic, because I'm mostly scared of, I think Runic, can probably stall me out, and this literally just single-handedly handles Fountain. So I think it's just the better card. And also, it's just good going first. Like if you need more side cards for like other trap decks, this is just the way to go.
Did you see any Runic today?
No, I did not. I did see Labyrinth though. I didn't see Cosmic though. Fenrir in the side, because when people start hand trapping a bunch, this is where the card shines. I mean, like getting Droll, but having a Fenrir still on board is like, it's pretty strong, or just like, you know, Ashes and Imperms. As long as you have a Fenrir, sometimes that's like enough anyways. And beats over a Little Knight, so, you know, shout outs to high attack points. Mismatch rarity, Ghost Spell, you know how it is. I forgot to bring one, so I left the third one at home. But Ghost Spell also helps with that Labyrinth matchup that I'm really worried about. I feel like in this deck, it doesn't have too good of a matchup. So another Bell, and just another hand trap for combo decks. All right, that is Brandon Synchro. All right, guys, you know.
Hold on. What's your matchups today, man?
My matchups, it was 1 tier, rip tier. Rip tier. But to be honest, he lost more to himself than to me. That was bad news. It be what it be. And then round 2 was Labyrinth. Round 3 was Fire King, the Bellstar. And then round 4 was against Dino. So
And 4-0 today?
yeah, 4-0. Pretty solid matchups, pretty solid games. Love the deck, love Cartesia. And I don't know, that's all I got. Peace out.